Hi again, Risa here, back with another episode of Ask Risa. This is my fortnightly video series where I discuss common wedding planning questions and problems that you might be having if you're trying to plan your own wedding. It's still Corona quarantine, we're all still on lockdown. I do these videos every other week, and this is now the third video where I have started the same way, so that means this has been going on for over a month. Great. We have no idea when it's going to end. We have no idea when we're going to be able to hold weddings again. And that sucks. And I get it. But people are still planning their weddings, even though they're not 100% sure when they're going to happen. Hopefully all of the 2021 couples out there are going to be fine and they're not going to have to move their weddings. So I'm just going to keep on providing information so everyone who is working on planning their wedding can maybe just forget about the craziness that's happening right now and just focus on something that is a little more controllable. So this week I am going to offer some additional hair and makeup tips straight from a pro. If you are a longtime viewer of Ask Risa, you may remember that I did an episode last summer. It was in August. It was actually episode 34. And it was hair and makeup tips. And so after I shared that video, one of my good friends from many years ago emailed me and said that she really liked all the tips and had a few more that she wanted to add. She used to be a professional makeup artist, so she sent me a nice email with a bunch of stuff that she thought would be useful for people. And it's been sitting in my inbox since last August when she sent it. So I am now here in April, finally getting around to sharing her hair and makeup tips for you. So, tip number one for skincare: don't start a new skincare regimen close to the wedding. Like, not even a couple weeks before the wedding. You want to start any sort of new skincare regimen at least 2 months in advance, because it gives your skin a chance to adjust to whatever it is you're doing. And if what you're doing, any treatment or ointment or, peels or masks, anything that you're doing could cause a reaction in your skin. And so you want to make sure that you give your skin plenty of time to have whatever reaction, if it has one at all, well before your wedding. You do not want to have skin problems on your wedding day. That's a nightmare. So just make sure that if you want to implement new products or whatever, that's fine. Just make sure you start at least 2 months before your wedding. In a similar vein, do not get a facial right before your wedding. If you get facials regularly and your skin is used to them and you already know how your skin reacts to them, then you can probably time it more appropriately. Like 2 weeks before your wedding might be okay if you're regularly getting facials and you don't generally have a problem. Don't do anything new though. Don't go to a new esthetician. Don't try a new product. Just make sure you're doing things the same. If you've never had a facial before, you definitely need to do this like at least a month before your wedding to make sure that you don't have any bad reactions, because facials can cause people to break out. They can cause skin irritation. You can get an allergic reaction. Even if you don't normally have sensitive skin, sometimes facials can provoke your skin into a very angry response. And again, you don't want that anywhere near your wedding day. So if you are getting a facial for the first time, just make sure you do it well before your wedding. Tip number 3, don't stray too far from your everyday usual makeup look, because you still want to look like yourself on your wedding day. If you wear a lot of makeup regularly, this is sort of my everyday look: lipstick, eyeliner, eyeshadow, eyebrow pencil, mascara, blush, foundation, like the whole face. I do this every day. So on my wedding day, I had this amped up. I had more dramatic makeup, but I wear makeup regularly every day. If you're the kind of person who doesn't wear makeup every day and you have a full face of makeup on your wedding day, first of all, you're gonna feel weird. It's going to feel uncomfortable for you because you're not used to it. And the photos aren't gonna look like you. You're not gonna feel like you. So you don't wanna stray too far from what your normal situation is, because otherwise it's just gonna make you uncomfortable on your wedding day, and nobody wants that. Tip number 4 is basically the same thing, only for hair. So like if you've never worn your hair up in your life, you always wear it down, then maybe you don't want to do an elaborate updo for your wedding because it's going to feel unnatural and it's not going to look like you. If you think you want to do an updo, or you think you want to do something and it's different from your usual, then fine, but have a hair trial first. Try it out, see what you think. Diane says, make sure you have somebody take photos of you with that hairstyle, because that's a problem that she has seen in the past, where people think they want something and they get it and they think they're fine with it, but then they see photos of themselves and they're like, oh no, that doesn't look like me. That's not me at all. So make sure you get photos of yourself trying out the hairstyle to make sure that you like it. And maybe you will. Maybe you'll want to do something really different for your wedding, but at least if you have a trial run, you'll have a better sense of it. And Diane's last tip is very important for everyone all the time, even when you're not getting married, and that is wear sunscreen. Wear sunscreen all the time, on your face, on your hands, on your body. First of all, it's gonna prevent skin cancer. That's good. But on your wedding day, you do not want tan lines. Not on yourself, not on your mom, not on your bridesmaids. Tan lines, bad. They will look horrible in your photos, trust me. So you need to make sure that if it is sunny in the months leading up to your wedding, like if you're getting married at the end of summer in August or early fall, like September, October, when everybody's been through summer, sunscreen is your best friend, and you want to make sure that everyone is slathering on the sunscreen for at least like 6 weeks before your wedding, because tan lines take forever to fade. They can take months to fade. So you also, on your face, some people are prone to freckles. So if you're not wearing sunscreen, you could get more freckles on your face. And maybe you're just a freckly person, that's fine. But some people, their freckles really stand out after they've been in the sun. So that's something to keep in mind too. If you're super concerned about not wanting to be pale for your wedding, you can always consider a spray tan. They are much better than tanning beds because there's no radiation involved. They're literally spraying color onto your body. You just don't want to do it like the day of your wedding, or not even the day before. I would suggest 2 days before your wedding, because you can look pretty orange for that first day. And I know this from experience because I have had spray tans before, believe it or not. I'm very pale. But when my brother got married in 2006, I had a spray tan and I was super orange the day I had it, which was, I think, the day before his wedding. But then by the wedding day, I looked fine. And then the few days after that, like a week or so after that, it looked really good and it looked natural, but the first day was super orange, so you definitely don't want that. And spray tans are pretty easy. They just need some time to like settle in and get that like initial oranginess off. And you can still shower and everything like that. You're not going to shower away your spray tan if you get it a couple days before your wedding, so don't worry about that. So yeah, sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen. Cannot state that enough. Sunscreen is your best friend. No tan lines. It's not what we want. So those are Diane's tips, and thanks, Diane, for sending those to me. Sorry, it took me, I don't even know how long it's been, many, many months, longer than it should have been before I did this video. If you have any questions out there in viewing land, be sure to let me know. You can leave a comment. Please like this video if you don't mind. That helps the algorithms show it to more people. And I will be back in 2 weeks with another video to talk about something else related to weddings, and fingers crossed, maybe in 2 weeks, we will have started to see some improvement in this COVID-19 situation. So stay safe, everybody, stay home, and I'll be back in a couple of weeks. Bye.